Hello guys, welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. Today, we're going to continue with some story stuff, and I'm going to go get a couple of new party members. Oh shit, I went the wrong fucking way, because I'm an idiot! I wasn't paying attention! I just couldn't do it, Captain! But anyway, I have started another character. You know, I gotta play through the shit out of this game. And I have learned a couple of things. One, mana and stamina are maxed at 10. I wrongly assumed that when you leveled up, I wrongly assumed that mana and stamina went up along with extra health per level up. And I was basing that off of wiki pages of stat screens before the game was actually released. So that sucks, and we're gonna get a cutscene right here.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Okay. Let's talk to Cullen before I continue my thoughts.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
I don't believe I'm Andraste's herald any more than you do, Chancellor.
That laudable humility won't stop the Inquisition from using the misconception when it suits them.
The Inquisition claims only that we must close the breach or perish.
You say that now, Commander. We shall see if the sentiment remains true.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
Hey, let's just go to a quarry and upgrade it with some fucking rock. You know? Okay. So anyway, the second thing I learned was that Astrariums are not as easy as I had thought they were. On my very first character, it was just simply dumb blind luck that I did them as easily as I did. Like, the starting point is probably very important. And I guess I just got lucky on the majority of them, because I remember it took me like, there were only 2 of them that I had an issue with, and it took me like 5 minutes. And then when I started up another character, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck happened? What happened to my brain? I couldn't do them anymore. I didn't know where to start, among other things, but whatever. Blind dumb luck pisses me off. Pisses me off! And I have thought more about the character for character building, role-playing purposes. I already decided, before that it was a good character, and I've said this, but I didn't put much more thought into it than that. Simply because, when I first play a game, I usually do the good characters, because it probably is less likely to cut shit off, depending on the context. It's like that in a lot of games. Sometimes. It's in all things! Except for Skyrim. You have to be evil in there, because if you're good, you kind of cut everything off, but whatever. So anyway, it's not, it's still going to be, this is still going to be a good character. I'm probably going to be more renegade-y than a goody two-shoes, certainly. I want, the character's mentality is going to be like, they are trying to find their place in the world. They just want to belong in something. A filthy conformist of sorts that wants to lead, I guess. So there you go. Because when I play games like this, especially Dragon Age, there are a couple of different character presets among some tiny variables that will change among each of them, and that's just whatever my mood is at the time. But my current presets are basically, a goody two-shoes. And one of the variables is, are they Andrastian or are they not? And if I'm playing a dwarf, then it brings up, well, are they a follower of the stone? Which isn't really it's not a religion really, but you just praise your ancestors. And then there's the elven shit. So depending on whether or not they're human, so all those will be variables. Andrastian, praise the creators, stone stuff. And then there's sort of like the neutral character, who's more cynical. They will let certain shit slide, and they're a little bit of both, good and bad per se, probably. And then I have the fucking evil person. I know in Dragon Age 2, my favorite character type is the radical Andrastian who hates the Qun. Fuck that white noise. But I've already stated what I'm doing for this character. They want to belong in something. Their life is meaningless. They do not follow religions, but, they're looking for something out there. So, let's see. Do I need to talk to you?
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Oh, I'll just, take 5 minutes to do that.
Well, you know how these things go. At least, I hope someone does.
You laugh to bring a little light into the darkness. And I'm glad to see it. Too many see laughter as antithetical to the chant of light. They imagine Andraste as a grim warrior all her life, forgetting that she loved and was loved in return. I hope she found time for laughter during her trials, as I hope you do.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not the Herald of Andraste.
I understand. Whatever you believe, there remains a task to be done. If the faith of the people is nothing but a tool, then I beg you to use it well. We will all perish if you do not. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a Divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
I wish they didn't get rid of the cutscenes when talking to people. That makes them feel like more boring, I guess. But anyway, speaking of, they're fucking quiet as hell. My left ear, I haven't been able to hear out of it very well since yesterday. It's a little muffled. So that sucks. Just thought I'd feel like sharing. Let's see. Do I have something to give you, Miniva?
No, I do not think. Ah, Mistress Adar. May I have a word?
Now, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this fucking name. It looks like Mina-Eve or Minive. However, I don't know. I guess I haven't been really paying that much attention in the game. But on my other character, someone called her Miniva. Like that E at the end with ugh. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. So let's talk. I forgot about her last time.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. It's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. It must be easier because you're not human. They already see you as different from those of us who lived in circles. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
Okay, then for the sake of it, I'm just gonna call her Maeve. Until they start calling her Miniva.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it? Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay. Yeah, here's the thing. These research tables, when you kill stuff...
Yes. Good.
They tend to drop items, like if you kill a...
If you find anything, please
Like if you
bring
kill
it
a
here.
Revenant, for example, it might drop a Revenant hat or a helmet. If you kill an archer, it might drop a bowstring, or if you kill a Fennec, it will drop Fennec eyes, you know, stuff like that. And then if you turn those into here, it will make you
Please
do
tell
more
me if you find
damage
something.
to all of those things that you've collected stuff from. Creature, it will say like creature research in the description of the item. But anyway, we're going to talk to this person. This person is was an overpowered 7-year-old, I believe.
You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use. You said you were a mage? No, just an apprentice. Circle mages must prove themselves in a ritual called the Harrowing. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting. I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion. I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I stand. I don't know what I want to do with this. I mean, siding with the mages or Templars, surprise, surprise, it actually doesn't really matter in this game. It will change, like, depending on who you side with, it changes the mission you do. But other than that, there's really no difference that I've seen. And, I don't know which side this character would choose. But you know what? I normally always side with mages in the first 2 games. I think I could probably go with Templars here.
Mages need protection. I wish more of them could see that. I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. and I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
No wonder you'd rather stay in the circle. You've had more than enough life outdoors.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
But emos don't exist!
That's an unusual statement.
They're polite. They don't bother you if they don't need something. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand
Yeah,
it.
you don't need to understand a bear to make it more or less terrifying.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
I mean, I don't need to know how a bear shits in the woods for me to, like, be like, that thing's gonna eat my face. No, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Hey, can I talk to you? Okay, then. Alright. Yeah, one of the problems I've noticed, like, sometimes they won't do dialogue.
What did you need?
Well, as you are Talvashos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Canary homeland, but there is no easy way to ask your thoughts on the Qun.
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Qun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appeared at court, however, insisted the Qun is too complex for an outsider.
I'm a quick study. I could learn the Qun if I put my mind to it.
Perhaps, if they let you. Do you believe in any of the Qun's philosophies?
I do like to pick the special options, but I mean, I could probably just try that out the next time I play a Qunari who happens to be a mage.
I've considered joining the Qun.
Please, please keep that between us. People ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's herald. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasking.
The people will only trust me with the Inquisition after we impress them.
Very true. Let us hope sealing the breach brings us some goodwill. Strangely, your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
There wasn't a group around that didn't want my help when a tough assignment came up. If you needed it done, Adar was at the top of the list.
I noticed. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company. He had nothing but praise for your skill in battle, but doesn't mention what part you played.
Captain Tully praised me. William Iron-Ass Tully.
That's quite the moniker. But yes, your captain went so far as to say he'd have lost entire battles without you.
Wow, all with one chain lightning ability, right? Okay.
That miser deducted 5 gold from my pay the day I left.
Whatever for.
Poor morale.
Well, your captain still held your skills in high regard, especially after your last engagement.
I cornered bandits we were chasing and convinced them to give themselves up or be devoured by pet demons. I conjured up a few wisps and they practically threw their weapons away.
If the Chantry had heard and mistook you for a Maleficarum, how daring. I hope life in Haven doesn't bore you compared to such exploits.
You know, why can't I summon a fucking wisp? Don't tease me like that, game. Oh, I summoned some wisps, and then they don't let me do it in-game? You could do that in Origins, and it boosted your magic damage or something. Or maybe, I don't know if it was just spells or not, but whatever, that doesn't matter. Yeah, don't tell me I summoned a wisp and not give me the option to summon a wisp. You fucks. Let's see.
I'm used to being on the move. A new job, a new town, new faces.
You'll see new faces as word spreads, Herald. Things will become more lively here. I promise.
Oh, man. I can't stay in the same place for too long. Okay, see you later. I'm gonna go spend 10 hours in the hinterlands. Adios, Scribbles. Alright, let's see. What are you walking around for? You got something to hide? What is your major malfunction? Huh? Okay. Okay, 22 minutes, we didn't do shit. Let's go actually get those new party members I was talking about. Oh boy! Let's see. I really wish this table shit was a little more organized.
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Like, if I would have... I don't like how this part is set up. Like, you gotta kind of back out, and then you can switch between them. I don't get why you're not just, like, looking at it, and then why can't you just, like, scroll around? Like, use the right stick to scroll left or right on the map, and you can still use the left stick for the cursor. Or press L1 and R1 or something to, like, toggle between Ferelden or Lay. And I hate how it goes to that cutscene thing every time you want to come to the war table. I don't get why you couldn't just, like, open up the map and pick stuff, although I guess you'd be missing out on advisor dialogue, but they probably could have did that a little different. I don't know. Let's see. Terran of High Ever, report ready. Yeah, I think I need to start reading these to get more context with everything. Yep. Ferelden arms and equipment. Alright, let's go collect this bullshit. Contact the Valcast mercenaries. Oh boy, a battle axe! Man! Cause I'm a two-handed warrior. But I got an amulet of power, that's good. And I forgot to read the thing already. Address the chantry. Yeah, I gotta do that. But I do have advisors, so I can send people to do this stuff. I'm not gonna scout the Storm Coast yet. I'll do that when I damn well please. Rescue missing soldiers. Okay. Well, I guess the options are pretty limited here. I have all... Well, only really one of them. Herald! Inquisition says... Okay. Praise the light. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'll just...
To work?
Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Something with the refugees. This gather coin shit is retarded. Let's take a look here. So it will take an hour, or 48 minutes for Josephine, or 57 for Cullen. And I think you only get like 80 fucking gold or something. Like, that's not really worth anything at all. I can kill like 5 people and get more than that. And gather coin is repeatable, so I don't do that. Okay, let's go address the Chantry in Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment, we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald and Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. I don't know why there's a recommended level. There is no combat in the main area of Royeaux. It's basically like Denerim.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
What can they do? It's just talk. Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Oh boy, so like I was saying, there's no actual combat in this main area. Sort of like Denerim in Origins. I know you can fight that Landry guy, but he can be avoided altogether after you talk to him. So that's no big deal. However, when you go through the side streets, sure, there's fighting. Okay, confirm.
The city still mourns.
Fear me!
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us? Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
What the fuck? Let me talk! Okay, or not. Sure, fuck off. Get the fuck out of my face! Oh, I probably beneath scratched by thing. Oh, okay. Okay, these don't say anything apparently. But thanks for 50 XP, game. I appreciate freebies. You may as well just give it to me for walking by. Like, what the fuck? There's a feature they need. Walk by things to read them, rather than click. Oh, that one actually had stuff on it. Rip codex. Okay. Let's see. So, we cannot get my new followers until I, go over there, but let's take a look at the map here. On the second floor, well, I guess okay, it doesn't show it yet. So, yeah, let's go talk to the people first. Hello, how are you? Hi, everybody!
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
Hey, maybe I'll subvert your fucking word.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.